Welcome back, guys. It's Wilson playing some more indie horror. Let's get right into it. Start game. There was a stranger at the door. I wonder what he wants. Does he have pizza? He's got a pizza? I was up in my room scrolling through my feed when the doorbell rang. I wasn't expecting anyone. My parents were out for their anniversary. My friends always texted me before stopping by. It was late, too late for anyone to be visiting. Who could it be? Probably a mistake, or my mind went somewhere dark. No. This was a safe neighborhood. I was only being paranoid. The doorbell rang again. Let's go check the door. I put my phone in my pocket and got up to answer the door. On my pocket. I looked through the peephole. There was a guy outside with raven black hair and pale skin. Ask who it is. Who is it? The guy turned his head and stared at the peephole. He smiled. Hi, my name is Alden. My family and I just moved here. My car broke down and my phone is dead. Could I borrow yours to call them? I promise it won't take long. Maybe he was telling the truth, but I couldn't risk it. Sorry, I can't help you. You should try another house. Please? It'll only take a minute. Sorry, good luck with your car. Wait! I went back to my room. I admit I felt a tad guilty for leaving him like that, but I didn't regret it. Part of me was still scared. I slid under the covers and pulled them up to my head. I tried forgetting about him and falling asleep. I closed my eyes and calmed my fast-beating heart. I was almost drifting off when I heard it. Tapping against my window. A chill crept up my spine. There was something there and it was looking at me. I could feel it even through the covers. I didn't look. I prayed to every god and deity I had ever known and waited. Time stretched. I had no idea how long I stayed there, unmoving. It could have been minutes, it could have been hours. Eventually, the tapping stopped, and I felt lighter, like whatever it was had left. I didn't take the covers off till morning. I fell asleep a little after the sun came up and woke up to the sound of sirens. I wondered if that had anything to do with the stranger ringing my doorbell last night, or the tapping. Soon enough, I learned the reason behind the sirens. My neighbor Betty was dead. Her parents found her on the living room. Her parents found her on the living room floor with a smile on her face like two little marks on her neck. And I hated myself for feeling thankful that it hadn't been me. He was a vampire. Thank you for playing. I want more. There was a stranger at the door. I was up in my room, scrolling through my feed. Didn't expect anybody. My parents were out banging. My friends always texted me. It was late. Probably some jerk trying to bother me. Maybe he's got pizza. I don't know. There it is again. Let's go check the door. We'll go look. Oh, what's up, handsome dude? Who are you, baby? It's Alden. Can I, use your phone? Hell yeah. Just a moment. I opened the door and handed him the phone. Thank you. He dialed the number and smiled at me while he waited. Someone picked up on the other end. Hey, sister. Glad you picked up. It's dead. I know you told me to charge it. You don't have to rub it in my face. I know. My car broke down. Yeah, so can you pick me up? We can call a tow truck in the morning. The address? Hold on. Can you tell me the address here? 425 Oak Street, handsome. Thanks. Yeah, inside the gates. I know I got lost. I think so. Don't worry. Everything will be alright. Just come pick me up. Alright, I'll be waiting. He handed me back the phone. Thank you. No problem, bro. Would it be too much if I asked to wait inside? Now that was crossing a line. I agree. I opened the door against my paranoia to help him. He was helped. End of conversation. I was not letting a stranger in. Please, it's cold and my sister will probably take a bit to get here. I wanted to help him and I wanted to tell him no and close the door. I wanted to. But there was something in the way he was looking at me that made me think that it was okay. The more I looked into his eyeballs, the more convinced I became that letting him inside was a right thing to do. Oh my God, lady. It was dark and cold, and she would take a while. And he seemed nice. He had been polite this whole time, sure. Surely there would be no problem with inviting him in. Hell yeah, come on in, bud. So I let him in. He smiled at me as we made our way to the living room. There was something about him I couldn't stop staring. It was like everything else had vanished until it was just us. There were some conversations going on between us, but I couldn't really focus on it. I answered everything he asked, as if I was in a trance. Then he leaned in, and I let him. I wanted him. But he didn't reach for my lips. Instead, he made his way to my neck, and I felt a small pain, almost like a sting. Then something else, a lightness, a numbness. It was inebriating. It was almost disappointing when he pulled away. His red lips were the last thing I saw. Now I'm a vampire. Thank you for playing. Well, I guess that was it. I can't see what would happen if I let him use the phone and don't let him in. Other than... Screw it, let's find out. Alright, we're not letting him in. He called his sister. He's gotta wait. He can fucking wait on the curb, right? I hesitated. His face changed. I could only catch a glimpse of it, but it was enough to make my stomach turn. Whatever caused the change in the atmosphere was gone as fast as it came. I wondered if I had imagined it, but a sense of wariness was still in my mind. I'm sorry, I can't let you inside. Good luck. I tried to close the door, but he put his foot to stop it. He smirked. Oh, but you've already invited me in, don't you remember? I tried to hold the door, but he was stronger. I pushed it and begged it to close, but it wouldn't budge. He grabbed the side of the door and yanked it open. I stumbled backwards. I had to get away. He walked in, slowly. A chill came up my spine, lifting the hairs in my arms. I had to run. I needed to run. Shit, that's loud. That was loud for me. Even if he caught up to me, I had to try. Maybe I could slow him down. There had to be a way to survive. A desperate idea came to mind. Drop things to slow him down. I sprinted towards the kitchen, dropping things behind me. A lamp, a chair, whatever I could. Finally, I reached the kitchen and locked the door behind me. My breathing was heavy, but I had no time to calm myself. I wasn't safe yet. I heard clapping on the other side of the door. I'll give you an A for effort. He was enjoying this. I got the feeling that he could have stopped me if he wanted to, but he didn't. The sadistic bastard. The door handle turned, but the door didn't open. Very well. A+ for effort. Would the door be able to hold him back? I wasn't going to count on it. I had to leave. Luckily, there was a back door in the kitchen that led outside. I opened it and was ready to run, when a thought came to mind. What if he caught me? Grab a knife. Opened the drawer, but the knife wasn't there. Why wasn't the knife there? I looked around and spotted it on the sink when I ran toward the kitchen door bust open. I grabbed the knife and turned to leave, but he was already blocking the way out. He smiled sinisterly. My heart was beating so loud I could feel it in my ears. I was cornered. I strengthened my grip on the knife. If I was going down swinging. I charged at him, hoping to hurt him enough to get away, but he held my arm and twisted it, making me drop the knife. He pulled me close. Wrapping an arm around me and using one to cover my mouth, I struggled to get away, but he was stronger. It was like trying to fight a metal structure. Honestly, I'm disappointed. His breath tickled my neck, sending shivers down my spine. After all that show, I thought you'd be more of a challenge. I guess I was wrong. I felt him shrugging behind me. Oh, whatever. There's always next time. There was a sharp pain in my neck, and now I'm a fucking vampire. Alright, this time we're not going to grab the knife. That's where it went wrong. I'll see you there. Alright, we're running. I got out, locked the back door behind me, and ran. I ran and ran until my legs hurt and my lungs burned. I kept running. I couldn't feel my feet anymore. I was going toward a house, any house, when I bumped into someone. I thought it was over. He'd caught me. But then I looked up and saw a girl with raven black hair and pale skin. A fucking vampire. She looked worried that I'd killed her brother. What happened? Are you okay? I was relieved, but I wasn't safe. Not yet. He was still somewhere in the dark looking for me. We need to leave to go somewhere safe. Now that I had finally stopped, I remembered the phone in my pocket. I could call the police. I picked it up and was about to dial when I heard his voice. There you are. I see you've met my sister. Lovely, isn't she? Sister? Was she in on this? When I looked at her, she was staring at him. I couldn't tell what she was thinking. I started dialing, but he stopped me before I could make the call. Your fighting was cute, but now it's just annoying. He held both my arms. I tried tickling him, but he didn't seem to feel anything. Tickling. Kicking. I tried kicking him. Was I that weak? I thought about giving up. There was no way I could beat this monster, so why bother? My body didn't seem like it would be able to help me for much longer, but I kept fighting. I wasn't going to make this easier. He looked annoyed as he pulled me closer to him. I kept struggling. Kate, stop! He turned to look at her while holding me tightly. For some reason, her words made me stop too. Is this too dark for you, sister? Do you feel sorry for the poor girl? She remained expressionless. It's our first day here. We can't call attention like that. Oh, come on, it's just one girl, and I'm hungry. You wouldn't have to move so much if you didn't kill or kidnap someone whenever you felt hungry. What? What do you suggest we do? Erase her memories and put her back in bed. And what about my hunger? I suppose blood bags won't suffice? No, they won't. I need it fresh. Then go hunt somewhere else. Somewhere not so close to our new home. And be discreet. Don't go letting them run around in the dark. You're lucky she bumped into me and not someone else. Oh, sister, you underestimate me. I knew exactly where she was and what she was going to bump into. Right. It's all just a game to you. You know me too well, Mabel dear. But since you make a valid point, I'll let you deal with this one and find myself a new prey. Bye-bye. He released me and disappeared into the night. I dropped to my knees. I wanted to run, but my body was too weak. I couldn't even stand on my own. That was his sick tactic. To hunt me until I couldn't run anymore. She approached me. I'm sorry, truly. I wish I could control him, but I can't. This was the best I could do. But don't worry, you won't remember any of this tomorrow. She elongated her last words like it was some sort of spell. You're tired, you should sleep. Soon, there was only darkness. I woke up in my bed feeling sore. My body felt heavy, like I had overworked myself. It was weird. I don't remember doing any physical activity lately. When I got up, I noticed some bruises on my legs and feet. What the hell happened last night? How was I able to injure myself like that? Was I sleepwalking? That had never happened before. I told my parents once they came home, but they didn't think much of it. They told me it was probably nothing, but that I should lock my bedroom before sleeping just to be sure, and to tell them if anything similar happened again. I, however, was not content with that explanation. It felt wrong for some reason. But what else could it have been? Every night, I felt uneasy. weirdly enough, I wasn't afraid to fall asleep. It was just this awful feeling like there was something outside in the shadows watching me, waiting, and one night it would finally come for me. That was cool. Oh, you made all the music for it? Thank you for playing. That was very cool. That was Stranger Comes to the Door. I'm not typically into visual novels, and I'm actually glad I played this. I I enjoyed it. It wasn't super heavy, intricate. It was enough to still be entertaining, but not be overbearing with dialogue trees that just can span for miles. I enjoyed that. That was a very good game. You can play it too. It's in the description. I believe, as far as I know, those are the only three endings that there are. Only because I found them. I feel like there was one other option we could have made that would have taken us somewhere else, but I'm not going to go back for it. I forget what it was. It was something later after we didn't grab the knife. But yeah, that was Stranger at the Door. You can download it from Itch.io, give it a play yourself. It's free. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know how you felt about the game, what you feel about the channel. If you enjoy the channel, you enjoy the content, please subscribe. Subscribing is the best way to help, and it really, it means a lot to me to see people support the channel. And yeah, that's going to be it. Take it easy, you guys. I will see you in the next video. It'll be more indie horror, I'm sure. Take care, guys.